are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
That's
Ouch.
That's the Mark Waid run of the Fantastic Four. Explained.
Vengeance.
That's right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Next Issue podcast. We've been doing this for a few weeks now, where we just do Sunday, like really focus on the comics for the week, and
Sunday comics.
Leave the Saturday show for just like other conversations and stuff like that. So if you like that, I hope you like that. I don't know. I like it. I think it gives me another reason to jump on stream. So that's nice.
Well, you know, like how the Sunday newspaper always had the big Sunday comics. So that's what we
that's
are.
right.
We are their Sunday comics.
Now a newspaper is
I forget that some people don't know what old things are.
The thing is, I don't even know how to explain a newspaper anymore, because I don't even know if newspapers know what newspapers are anymore.
Think of the things that, like, it's like the New York Times, except instead of it being on your computer, it used to be printed on paper and delivered to your doorstep.
Yeah, think of it the most. I was gonna say wasteful, but I guess that's the only way they could do it.
Yeah,
newspaper's pretty. It's very useful in its afterlife as well, I think.
Yeah, you can line bird cages with it.
That's right.
You can make paper mache.
I was a big fan of wrapping presents in newspaper because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So
there are plenty of. I love a good newspaper.
Jesus. Let us know what you use your newspaper for after you read it.
That's right.
And how many times you read it. I used to get
the morning edition or the afternoon edition.
Yeah, the one's got Easter eggs that the other one doesn't.
That's right.
I used to get the Quick. I think it was called the Quick, that free newspaper at the bus stop. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't remember if it was called that. But I used to ride the bus when I didn't have a car going to college, so I would grab the newspaper and read through it, because there was no like internet on my phone. And I mean, I guess there was, but I couldn't afford it yet.
One summer, my dad and I did an actual paper route where we would wake up real early and go grab a bunch of newspapers from one guy sitting outside of a Blockbuster. And we had a little route that we did as a little, like, just summer thing that we did.
That sounds very wholesome. And
yeah.
Also, did you then meet up some other paper delivery people and find out that the future was in danger and time travel to the future to meet your future self?
And we all did it while dancing as well. It's like a blend of Newsies. It was a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah. There. I was going the Paper Girls route, but yeah, I guess that also works. All right. Before we get into comics, though, we still have a couple things coming out of San Diego Comic-Con from yesterday. Not a lot of big things, but some interesting stuff.
No He-Man. Very sad.
No, I know. No, did we? Well, we got a Tron trailer, but I don't know if there was a Tron panel, which I'm also a little sad about.
There was. I feel like, is Gillian Anderson in Tron? I feel like I saw her there. She was there. And her post was tagged Tron, so maybe they did have something.
Okay, maybe they did have something. Sometimes they just have like these activations or whatever. I'm like, well, that does me no good, Gillian Anderson.
But I guess last night's big panel was the not the Martian.
The
Project Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. That
was the big one.
I am like 6 hours away from finishing listening to that book. It is very good. Is this why people read books?
Yes.
Like, okay. But I've tried audiobooks before, and I've gone through some before, but like this one is so engaging. It's really good.
You have to have a good reader for an audiobook.
Yeah. You need to have.
That's the key.
You're right. I agree. Yeah. No, I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to finish listening to the book and then start complaining about how the movie ruined everything.
They showed that in the trailer.
I will. Well, that's the other thing. Like my brother told me he didn't want to watch the trailer because he heard there was a big spoiler. And now that I'm reading the book, I'm like, oh, that is kind of a big spoiler.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll talk more about Project Hail Mary maybe later on when another trailer comes out, or maybe the movie's out next year, or maybe when I finish the book. I'll make you listen to it. All right, but we did get a couple things. First of all, we got a new trailer for Peacemaker season 2. I think James Gunn is on top of the world right now. I feel like he's doing very well after the reception to his Superman film, and people are
Yes.
excited to get more of this DC universe. For once, it seems like I can't remember this feeling. I mean, personally, I can. I just don't know what it feels like to have other people also be excited about it.
Yeah.
With me.
It's
So,
nice. It's nice when there's a groundswell of
know.
appreciation for good stuff.
And I
there's
think
good stuff to appreciate.
yes, I think both of these films are kind of like revitalizing their respective franchises in their own way.
All three superhero movies this year were really good. The
I agree.
Thunderbolts,
I agree. And
Fantastic
I
Four.
like the show too. I like Ironheart. I don't know that it was for everybody,
Ironheart
but
was
I
good.
enjoyed it. So I think superhero stuff is Creature Commandos was really good as well. It was
I
weird,
have not finished
wacky.
it.
Okay, you need to go back and finish it because I bet there's gonna be Creature Commando stuff in Peacemaker season 2, Jeff.
I imagine. I have actually snuck a quick peek at the Peacemaker season 2, and it does feel a little like Creature Commandos. May not be mandatory watching, but it would be helpful.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think James Gunn's been very clear. Like, nothing's gonna be homework. Kevin Feige's. If you go back to our show yesterday, and I didn't bring this up during. We had book club yesterday, and our buddy Eric was talking about like he doesn't like that there's homework to be had. I was like, well, you don't watch our show in the morning. There's no more homework going forward.
No more homework.
So
no
minimal homework. Also, come on, we grew up with Spark Notes and what was it? What was the other one? Chimp, something chimp. There was one about monkeys. It was a little monkey that helped you with your homework. I don't remember but it was just Spark Notes, but it was online. Before like Wikipedia and all that.
Yeah.
And then Wikipedia's like there, and I'm like, oh well, I guess we don't need any other stuff.
Yeah, who needs anything else?
I mean, they still sell Spark Notes, which is crazy.
Spark and Cliff's Notes.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Cliff Notes, let me give you the Cliff Notes for this. We're gonna watch the trailer for season 2 of Peacemaker, introduced by James Gunn, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. And then we have a couple more news from San Diego Comic-Con, and then we'll move on to our comics. So let's check out this trailer. Here we go. All right. Let's do it.
We've all been waiting a long time for this one. Here's the new trailer of Peacemaker Season 2. Enjoy.
We doing it up in style.
Hey guys, I got beer. On.
Duh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just hand it to him.
I'll just hand it to him.
I've changed a lot.
R.I.P. Ozzy.
I know. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
I don't want to be a joke anymore. I want to be a real hero.
That's an interesting look for his helmet.
You wear a clown costume. You go out and beat up people.
It looks actually practical and useful.
Bruce, take something bad and make something good out of it.
I need to find the Peacemaker. He killed my son.
You're being monitored right now.
I wonder how hard it is to film that chrome helmet without getting reflections.
Yeah.
I have a dimensional portal, and it leads to a parallel world.
What?
It's not that big a deal.
Get the out, is not.
My son's a better man you could ever dream of being.
I've tried to make up for my mistakes.
Oh, damn.
I'm not sure redemption is possible.
He's in love with you. Me and Chris, it's never going to be a thing.
I'm going to make a life in the other world.
there's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours.
But better. Best dimension ever.
Dude, that's sick.
We need to close that dimensional rift.
Condoms, I'm partnering you up with our new agent, Rip Jagger.
Who's Rip Jagger?
Hey, fatty.
Oh, this guy's back.
No matter how green the grass is over there, you belong here with us.
We're gonna get Chris back.
You met your own self from a parallel dimension? You're wearing his clothes.
You think I bought this? That's painful.
My mom, we're going to my secret room. You're not allowed to follow.
You must be John.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
You're not that dorky.
Shut up, Mom.
Cute.
Oh, oh wow. They're going full like multi-dimensional.
I know, it's crazy.
That's insane.
I wonder if we're gonna see anybody from the Snyderverse.
Oh man. Yeah, because I wonder when this was all shot. I don't know. It's pretty like I want to know how many doors are gonna
It would
open.
be more funny if you don't see any Snyderverse, but you do see some CW people. That would
Yeah.
I think that would be
Like
funny.
Brandon Routh is behind one of those doors.
yeah.
Yeah. I wanna see more doors open. Like they open that, like Tim Meadows opens that door and it's like all these like spider skull things.
Yeah.
I want to
that's
see. I want to
crazy.
see what else is behind some of these doors. Interesting.
I
I
mean,
like
that's
the
where you can have
story.
your Brandon Routh cameo real quick
Yeah.
or something, like that Deadpool
Make
scene
it
where
all
he opens
canon.
the X-Men door.
You make it all canon by that. Like it's
Yeah,
all behind the other doors.
100%.
Wow, incredible.
100%. I wonder if
Man,
they
this-
always had that Aussie song like set there, or if they like scrambled and like once he
Yeah, that's a good
passed away, if
question. I
they
mean, it's a
scrambled
really
in.
nice way to pay homage. I wonder if they talked about it, and I might look for some clips from the panel. Maybe I'll shoot James Gunn a thread or a blue sky. What's a skeet?
a skeet
Skeet.
skeeted up.
I mean, yeah, it fits great. It's they Ozzy and Black Sabbath, like they did so many different types of songs, like really hardcore stuff, but there's more stuff like this too. So
Yeah.
I want to see Superman, or at least Mr. Terrific. I know we see some of the Justice Gang, but there was no Mr. Terrific in that first trailer. It was only Hawkgirl and Green
Guy
Lantern.
Gardner.
Yeah. So, but I'm pretty excited for this. But I feel like you do
Yeah.
need to finish Creature Commandos because, funny enough, it is Rick Flag Sr. that is now kind of the through line for all these the DCU stuff, right?
Which
'Cause
I
he's
do
in
not
the
believe that Frank Grillo is old enough to have a kid who was what's his name's age. I'm like, I know it's comics and like the little things like shouldn't matter, but I'm just like, did you have your kid when you were 5? Like what happened?
Yeah. I always attribute that to like I know these guys aren't full metahumans, but maybe they got a little something in them, like a little serum or some kind of experiment that keeps them a little young.
Okay, I can go with that too.
That's usually my headcanon for stuff. So Frank Grillo, let's see, how old is he? He's 60 years old, and Joe Kinnaman is 45. So I mean,
I guess that's. I mean,
my grandparents had my dad when they were 15. So it could happen. Huh? Yes.
Biologically, it is possible.
Oh, I thought you were asking if they had my dad biologically. I was like, yes, I think so. As far as I know. They didn't find him in a cornfield in Kansas, if that's what you're asking.
You don't know. You weren't
a little
there.
Personal there, Jeff. I didn't ask you for a me and 23 test when you talked about your dad delivering papers with you.
Your grandfather didn't abscond with you out into space for
Yeah.
your formative years to teach you how
Yeah.
to
Well,
be a
at least my mom
Kryptonian.
was with me. At least my mom
Yeah,
was with me. So,
yeah. So there you go.
I'm gonna need you to bring a long form birth certificate to the next show, Jeff, just to make sure everything's copacetic.
It's in
Um.
Hawaii.
Okay. Well, cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for this Peacemaker season 2. The real question is, do I need to rewatch season 1 and then listen to the rewatch podcast, because it started this week? So if you guys don't know, James Gunn and the cast are doing a rewatch podcast, which I think you can watch on YouTube or Max or both. And they're going episode by episode, and it kicked off this week. So I think it might be kind of cool to listen to their commentary.
Yeah, that'd
So
be fun to watch.
yep, for sure. Okay. Next bit of news. We have an Energon Universe Goes to War trailer. So real quick, you want to fill the people in on the Energon Universe while I pull this trailer up, Jeff?
Yeah, so Skybound, that's Robert Kirkman's company, has been publishing Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Void Rivals as comics, calling them the Energon Universe. These are Hasbro properties to the Transformers, obviously transforming robots. G.I. Joe, Greatest American Hero. And they relaunched him about a year ago, maybe, roughly.
Maybe a little longer, because they're about to hit
A little bit longer.
So maybe like 18 months, maybe
Oh,
something
2
like that.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years. Yeah.
And I believe they're coming to a close on their first kind of big chapters, I guess. So yeah, at issue 25, it's kind of it's a pivot point, I would say, for the Transformers. Not necessarily a relaunch or anything. They're just getting a new creative team, and it's a pivot point. So a good jumping on point. But to get there, you gotta have the big climax. So I'm guessing that's what this trailer is.
Yeah, we'll see. So let's here. Let me.
Good guys versus bad guys.
That's right. Here we go. Let's find out what this whole Energon universe going to war means.
Ruh-roh.
I need to read Void Rivals.
Yeah, because I know what every single one of these things means.
And I need to catch up on Joe as well. I'm behind. That's what I'm gonna do the rest of this weekend.
Cobra Commander has been targeted for death. What? Why?
He's such a nice dude.
What? Y'all better not kill Optimus again.
Or Bumblebee. Stop killing Bumblebee.
Stop killing Bumblebee. Stop killing Optimus.
If we don't kill Optimus, we don't get the next Prime, though.
That's right. Well, no, and we also don't get to see him being drawn by Dan Morin.
That's true. Oh, the Quintessence War is going to be in Void Rivals. I definitely need to go. Oh my god, Jeff, there's
Good
not enough
stuff.
time. There's not. I need to
Good
take
stuff.
I need to take a month break from work.
So Void Rivals. I've been thinking that you've got the two warring factions, and the whole book is about if they they were once one whole thing, they've split. If they reunify, it could unleash a giant transformer who I've been assuming even though it has a different name, I can't remember what the name is off the top of my head. I'm thinking he's going to come back as Unicron, but maybe he's just the Goliath. That's what they call him, Goliath.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just Goliath.
Maybe that's.
I'm not. It could be. I as I'm reading along, I'm like I'm not like I loved the G1 cartoon as I was growing up, but I'm not like a Transformers encyclopedic, wealth of knowledge.
We need Kyle for that one. That's that's where Kyle's absence really hurts the most.
Yeah. I was watching. There's because they have a YouTube channel, just Hasbro Transformers, where they show
Yep.
random episodes and stuff. And I just had it streaming one day while I was at work, just as background noise. And I looked up, and it was one of those little pig monsters from Void Rivals was in the cartoon. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, so
nice.
they're actually pulling that from the cartoon. I had no idea that they were in the cartoon. And I forget about like Alita 1 was first introduced in the G1 stuff. I thought that she came later and stuff. So a lot of that stuff I've just forgotten because I was only watching it when I was like 10 or whatever. So
See, like,
you know,
I don't know who these guys are. I have no clue as to what to make of this. I don't know if this is a Transformers thing that's been around or if it's a new thing.
those
It
are the
feels to me like
Quintessons.
okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
so
that,
they are the creators of the Transformers. And they created them as kind of a slave race initially.
Oh, boy.
And then Transformers revolted against them, and then they split into Autobots and Decepticons.
Gotcha. Sadly enough, all my Transformer knowledge does come from the Michael Bay films, and the quintessence was very different the way it was left at the last movie. Like,
Yeah.
So, and then we see this big old hand. And then this
So that's supposedly Goliath.
This giant Batman. It looks like it's got bad ears.
It does have bad ears.
It does have bad ears. So.
It's the Batman Transformers crossover.
I think the moment we both kind of popped a little bit was them talking about Duke and Cobra Commander working together to keep him alive, maybe.
Yeah, because this was an awesome. So this is from an issue of G.I. Joe that like 2 or 3 issues ago, where Duke and Cobra Commander meet for the first time, and it was a such awesome issue. Like they were just both nuts.
I hope
both
this is
are
the
psycho.
first they just shoot each other. Like they don't even say anything. They just immediately fire. But this whole like Mad Max type of thing.
Yeah.
Wacky racers. I don't know what you want to call it. This is how Wacky Racers should have looked.
Yep.
I feel like Optimus always is losing an arm.
Yeah, he's had it rough. He's had it real rough this whole run.
He really has. Like, if anybody needs therapy after this, it's Optimus Prime.
And then this guy here, poor Ultra Magnus, he's been tortured.
Oh God, there's another shot. Oh, here it is. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so cool.
Megatron.
I'm sorry, I'm pretty excited. I need to catch up before all this stuff. I need to catch up before all this stuff gets out of hand, and I'm forever behind. So, okay, cool. We have one last bit of news, and then we'll get into our comics. This week, I mean, you guys already know that San Diego Comic-Con's going on, but Marvel had one last big announcement that I guess for some reason they didn't make till yesterday. Except like they had
we
their
forgot.
big panels. Yeah, I don't think we missed because I'm sure we didn't miss it because I looked through everything through the Marvel website, and this was posted yesterday. So, the Ultimate Endgame and the final issue of Ultimate Spider-Man revealed. Ultimate Spider-Man, the final issue will be issue 24, and then Ultimate Endgame number 1, the start of a 5-issue event series with Dennis Camp, Jonas Sharf. So, 5-issue, yeah. So I mean that feels like they're kind of wrapping up on this Ultimate Universe, at least this first iteration of it. But man, oh man, how I really this.
So I guess the Ultimate Endgame is like the Maker coming back finally, because that's been the whole countdown for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Their 2 cover of the Maker.
That's interesting.
And let's see, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I mean, I like Dennis Camp. I'm a big fan of the stuff that he's been doing with the Ultimates and Absolute Martian Manhunter, and even the really sad book at Image. What's it called? Crisis.
Assorted Crisis events.
Assorted Crisis. Yeah. So
I'm wondering what his therapist is like. Bills are like Denise Camp.
Well, he doesn't need it because he's putting it out in the comic books.
I'm like, you need a hug, buddy. Like some of the things.
I feel like a lot of these
Absolute
creators,
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. James Tynion the same, right? He just puts it all out on the paper and then shares it with everyone else. So he's free of that. He releases it into the comic pages.
So we're saying that comics have become men doing therapy. on
It's
themselves.
kind of like the It Follows thing, where once you get somebody to read your comic, the trauma goes with them, and then you're free.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I
So
see.
that's
That's why I
I
messed
think
up.
that's kind of how it works.
I've been
I
reading James Tynion, Denise Kemp, and Tom King for way too long, so it's just all kinds of.
you need to balance it out with some Scott Snyder and Tom Taylor. They
It's
have a lot
right.
more lighthearted stuff. And
That's why I love
even
the
with
Fantastic
Weirdos.
Four.
We need to do some we need to do a little episode where we do some kind of comic pairings, like a really sad and somber writer to pair them up. Like, once you read
With
this,
a happy one.
read this one to cheer you up. Like when you watch a
Yeah.
really sad movie and then you put on an episode of Parks and Rec to kind of like even you out
Yeah,
emotionally.
Yeah.
So
Always follow that. Always follow that with some Kelly Thompson. It'll cheer you some up.
Oh, that's great. Great recommendation. I think Gail Simone can also give you the. There's no wrong time to go back and revisit Gail Simone's Secret Six and her dysfunctional family of weirdos that she wrote. So, or maybe her new Buffy comic. No, wait, that's Kelly Thompson. Gail Simone's doing. She's doing the Nemesis comic for Rebel Moon. That one's not very happy though, so maybe don't try that one. All right. Speaking of comics, Jeff, do you want to kick us off, and we'll just do one-on-one for all the stuff we read, and then then we'll talk about the stuff we haven't read, and then we'll talk about the stuff we're looking forward to reading next week, and then any movies or anything if you've watched. So
yeah, Feral. I read Feral this week. Those cats are still at it again. It's Walking Dead for cats. This is when they get into the. They're currently living inside of a pet store, like locked in from all the other feral cats on the outside. But everybody on the inside that's been locked inside the pet store are weird and creepy, and so it's like that time when the Walking Dead people would wander into a camp and they have weird rules and stuff like that. So and I feel like this is Feral will read fantastic in trades, like trade weight. It's that's
what I'm doing,
and I keep thinking, like, because it always kind of like whenever it comes out, I'm like, I like Feral, but it doesn't like, I don't like jump to read it at the top. It never goes at the top of the pile. But then once I get to the end of the comic, I'm like, dang it, I gotta read the next issue. Like, he's really good at hooking me and making me come back another month. Yeah, so good job, Feral. Good job, Tony Fleece.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk about Absolute Wonder Woman. What is this? Number 10. So I picked up this cover. This is the main cover.
I have the cover.
Yeah. Speaking of Kelly Thompson, Hayden Sherman, like, they're doing some really cool stuff. I love this whole idea of Diana being trapped in the maze, and Fernan did the Minotaur. It's great. He needs to be protected. So yeah, I like the flashbacks too of Diana having to, like, she kind of gets put through the ringer with all these gods. Like, she goes to see this panther god and is like, I don't want to fight you. And then what about if I try to kill that turtle? And I was like, oh, then I'll fight you, because I'll fight you to protect other people. Yeah, I'll fight you to protect others, but I won't fight you. But they've been like, this is all part of Diana being prepared for something, which I think we've yet to find out exactly what it is. So,
and Hayden Sherman's killing it on this art. Him doing this and Batman Dark Patterns at the same time, like, oh my gosh, like, great.
Yeah,
are they do? I don't know what Hayden.
He also does the Into the Unbeing, that the creator owned from, I want to say, Dark Horse.
Oh, right.
Which is also that one. That one's on. I think they took a big break because he's probably doing a lot of stuff with DC. But part 2 came out recently. I think it's still ongoing, so I'm sure he worked on it a little while back. But yeah, Hayden Sherman, my goodness.
Next comic I read, Uncanny X-Men, the newest Uncanny X-Men number 18. I'm gonna be honest. I think this I might be. we just praised Gail Simone, but I might be dropping this soon. It's too. I don't know. It's just not hitting with me. It's a little too wacky for my X-Men. They're a little too. They're fighting like a movie star or something right now. and and there was this weird scene. It's just like an actor facing off against Wolverine at the end of last issue, and then there's a little bit of carryover to this issue, and I'm just like, it doesn't. None of it is hitting home with me. But yeah, I give Gail credit. I was with her for the first, I don't know, 12-ish issues, and then they got caught up in that crossover event.
Oh,
And
the
it's just kind of been-
Manhunt.
yeah, and then everything
I
just
know,
kind of fell apart after that.
I said I was gonna go back and read that, and I just can't find the motivation. We will still have our X-Men tier list show in the future. I'm trying to see if I can wrangle my buddy Mike for that. So stay tuned. Let us know how you tier these X-Men. All right, next, a new era of Godzilla kicked off this week. Godzilla number one. And I picked up this bad boy because I'm gonna have somebody draw me a Godzilla someday.
Bump, 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 bump.
I do have a full review for it on the channel, but I really like this. I like I've never been a stickler for like Godzilla lore. I just want to see kaiju doing really cool things. And I think Godzilla is actually pretty flexible as a property that you can tell all kinds of stories on it. Like if you want to tell a serious story like Godzilla -1 or Shin Godzilla, like that has an actual message, that's cool. But if you just want to just have like a Pacific Rim style thing, like that also works. I like the idea of these kind of like hybrid human / kaiju people that are finding powers in different ways. So, and I love the art too. It's very stylized, very much influenced by manga. You can kind of tell.
It read a little silly for me. Like the American guys, like everybody has like, it's like a caricature, all the army people. So the U.S. military guy is very much like U.S. military, and then everybody else is just kind of like it reminded me of like getting introduced to the Aliens crew, where everybody has that kind of archetyped, and they're going into the thing. So that's kind of like that whole scene where they're introducing the new guy to the team that fights Godzilla. I was like, oh, this is like that alien scene where you're like, here's Basher and here's Crunch.
The G-Force is very cool.
Yeah, Jaguar's in it, so it's cool.
It's so crazy that Jet Jaguar looks so weird standing next to all these, because I feel like Jet Jaguar, as much as as much as the design's probably kind of updated to fit in this world, it's still kind of a goofy design from the 60s, 70s, right? So
yeah, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna keep reading, and I'm excited for the 2 other series that are kind of part of this world: Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone and Starship Godzilla. So we're gonna get 2 more. I've read one of those. It's really good. The Escape the Dead Zone, I think, is very good. I haven't got a chance to read the Starship one because I think that one comes out later. So IDW still hasn't sent out any previews for that, but excited nonetheless.
I kind of go back and forth on my Godzilla. Like I find myself collecting a lot of Godzilla recently, and it's not something I traditionally read. I do love like I grew up watching all the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been finding so like the Monster Piece theater, Godzilla Monster Piece theater by Tom Scholey. There is Godzilla Skate or Die, where Godzilla fought Australian skateboarders, basically. There's the quirky Godzillas. I love those. Are the Godzillas I'm all in for.
What? And Marvel and DC have their own Godzilla stuff going on too. Like Godzilla's about to destroy the Marvel universe, and Godzilla versus Kong versus the Justice League is going on right now. Like, I don't know that we've ever lived in a time where so many publishers are publishing Godzilla books.
I know, right? Godzilla's all over the place. Talk about oversaturated, but not at all.
Never.
Like he might have more titles than Batman on some months. Speaking of, I read this Fever Dream. I
haven't
read it. I'm coming like it's not good. It's terrible. It's absolutely horrible. But it's getting to the point where it's like it might be The Room terrible, and I'm kind of like swinging back around, and it's just like this is so gonzo. This is so gonzo bananas stupid that I might just be having fun now with it. Like how dumb can this get? How much and there's stuff in here that we acknowledge, like, you know, Barbara's in this, and we acknowledge that Barbara was shot by the Joker, that she's Oracle, that she's come back. You know, there are things that we're like, oh, we are cognizant of how all these characters should interact with one another, but then we're just gonna have them fight like we're a 5-year-old kid playing with action figures. Nothing makes sense.
Let them fight.
Everything is edgy and and like just whatever. And now I'm just kind of like, well, how bad can this get? Let's see how big the fire. Let's see how big it can go. It's kind of where I'm at.
I mean, when the gang just shows up and everybody's kind of ready to kick butt.
Yeah.
Also, the Riddler's redesign, okay. I mean, it's not like remember when Riddler looked like John Cena in the Tom King run?
Yes.
Like, he's I didn't realize he was sometimes he's a very lanky, nerdy character. Sometimes he's just like this really super buff. I guess he's been in prison, so he's had time to work out.
If you think Godzilla's adaptable to your story, just wait till you hear about the Riddler.
I also want to commend like Jim Lee trying new stuff out, like these pages where he's kind of remembering. I don't know, because it definitely looks very different. It looks almost like he's doing the work. Have you ever seen him work digitally? Like he's put up some videos on his Instagram where he just does stuff on his iPad, and it looks so different than his normal stuff because it's not being inked by
his early, like, go back and what, like those early Image Deathblow comics that he did. Like I'd love to start in that. Like that was him experimenting for me because it was almost looked like him trying to do Tim Sale, because then Tim Sale took over that book eventually.
Cool.
And so and it looks like Tim Sale, like a Tim Sale Jim Lee kind of hybrid kind of art, and that's my favorite Jim Lee stuff. So but yeah, this is a fever dream that is just awful. If you love everything that's happening in Batman right now, then you're gonna hate what's happening. Like if you love all the other Batman comics, you're gonna hate this one. But if you just love smashing things together that make no sense, and I don't know, Gonzo fever dreams, I will keep saying it. That's what I'm getting out of it. And I'm weirded out how it's about to end and then pick back up a year later. Like how are none of it makes
I
sense
hope Mad Fraction is like, like flashback, like it starts with Batman waking from a nightmare where he dreamt Batman Hush 2.
It's like when they shot JR, nobody did. It was all a dream. Like that's what I want this to be.
I'll say, as I was paging through it, I remembered that I did read this. I just didn't make a video for it. And I couldn't remember anything that happened in this issue until I saw the last page, and I was like, "Oh wait, I did read this." Because did you read have you read this preview for Cheetah and Cheshire go rob the Justice League?
Yeah, it seems fun.
I'm intrigued because I like Greg Rucka. I like Greg Rucka.
That's
I like Nicholas Scott reuniting to work on this. They did, what was it? Black Magic, I think it's called. Their creator-owned like noir series.
Oh yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, all right. I'll talk about this. Superman 28. This is a cover by Eisner Award-winning Tula Lote as of this week.
It's a nice cover.
But this is what your cover should look. Yeah. I really enjoy this.
DC's killing.
First of all, I love Dan Mora. He can do no wrong. But going back and Joshua Williamson like digging into his past with the Legion, and then showing us this other Legion. There's a sequence in here where it's kind of tricky, and maybe it's an overused trope of like it's all in your head or whatever. But like if you don't know that reading going into the read, and you're like, oh my god, they just did all this. What the hell? So it works. I guess they keep doing it for a reason.
There was a moment where I was like, did that really happen? No, wait, are they going that far?
Yeah.
No, but they make you think that it's possible. So I'm just like, wow.
Yeah. And
I love everything DC is doing right now. DC, and I think I've said this before
except
on
for
the
Batman
podcast,
Hush, I guess.
except for Batman Hush. But I love everything DC does, except for unfortunately Jeff Loeb is not is
Yeah. Well,
doing
I
his
think
like
the
I'm
Long
gonna,
Halloween stuff is a little better, which is
but
weird.
it's not as good as the old Long Halloween
Yeah, it's not as
stuff.
good as I mean, not
And
many things are,
I feel like
unfortunately.
the first few issues were like cool because they felt like these homages to Tim Sale artwork, and
Mhm.
I feel like we've dropped that over the last couple of issues. Now we're just kind of like whoever
They ran out
can,
of artists that could
they
actually
ran
do an
out of
homage
art.
to Tim
Yeah,
Sale. So they're
yeah,
like,
and I like
oh,
now it's just a kind of a Batman, like it's kind of a general Batman book now. It's not
because I
even that
think every
special.
artist is drawn by a different person, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
every book. Yeah,
Yeah.
every book
So
is a different
every issue,
artist.
yeah. I do want to say, and this is a big spoiler for this Superman issue. We do get at the end of this,
Yes.
Superboy Prime is back. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time we saw Superboy Prime, he actually came to the real world and became a real person that was aware of the comics, and that's why we get that little wink. I was trying to remember where that happened. It was. I don't remember the issue,
Well, that's
but it's
so
like he found.
he's from the real world initially. So he's from our
Oh,
world.
really?
Yeah. So his origin
Oh.
is exactly like Superman's. What they do is his parents send him off in a ship. Instead of sending him to like that universe's Earth, they send him through space. Like they send him into our universe. They send him through to a different universe, into the real
Oh.
universe where Superman is a comic book. And so he's reading his origin story, and then he's like, "Well, and then his superpowers kick in, and then immediately Crisis on Infinite Earths happens." So he gets introduced right as Crisis is about to happen, and then he gets sucked into Crisis. So
Okay.
he's from our Earth, and then I think at some point, he goes through all his like bad guy stuff through Final
Yeah.
Crisis and the Green Lantern stuff.
Oh, that's probably why he was able to punch the wall and cause all those things to
Yeah,
happen. Because he. Oh, okay.
because
It's all coming
he's
together
sort of
now.
like he's sort of like the original Gwen Poole, where he's like from the real world into the comics.
That's very cool. So that's what. Yeah. So that's why he gives this little like fourth wall wink at the end to the reader.
Yeah, and I think you're right. When he last saw him, he was able to go back to his original our Earth, kind of thing, where he could just be his own Superboy self.
That's crazy. It's funny. We were having a conversation yesterday at book club. Like, I enjoyed this book without all that context, and you had all that context, and you were still probably like freaking out. Like, what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you like that last part. But either way, it worked. Like when it's done well, it works regardless of like how much knowledge you have of the character.
Yeah, and Superboy Prime. I mean, like you definitely, you should read Final Crisis if you want to get into Superboy Prime, and then Green Lantern.
That one I have read.
The Green Lantern War, I think. Those are prime Superboy Prime stories for me. I know he's done more stuff, but like that's where he's like super evil, and he feels like a very goated bad guy, like especially in Final Crisis when he starts killing people left and right.
He's a little crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What else, Jeff? I only have one more, so I don't know how many.
The Void Rivals, which you need to catch up on. Still great. And again, you can feel this is amping up to something big.
Yeah.
Fine,
I'll read it.
There are Transformers in this one. It is Hot Rod and Springer. For those that love Hot Rod and Springer,
you could pay me $1 million to try to figure out what those guys look like, and I couldn't tell you. And Hot Rod, I feel like I should know. Hot Rod sounds like he was in the
Hot Rod's pretty famous.
Even with the Michael Bay, yeah. Even with the Michael Bay,
he was in one of the Michael Bays.
They didn't look. It's hard to describe them because they all kind of look the same, other than their car, like their car forms. Yeah, but I'm also not a good car guy, so like,
yeah,
one of them was like a Jeep that had emergency lights, I think, or something like that. That's probably the medic. What's his name? Gear Shaft? No. One of the guys.
Oh, well, see, so now I know I can do. I'm not going to tell you anything, Mister is this an anime or is this
Oh
something I
yes,
made up? Because now we're just gonna do Transformers right back at you.
excellent. That sounds awesome. I can't wait for that. All right, the last book I read is this shiny
Ooh.
book called Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit. This is issue 4. So I've actually read all. I thought this was gonna end in issue 4. I was mistaken, so I went ahead and just read the last issue that comes out this week, this upcoming week. So I'll just do a full review for the whole thing. But if you want to see a story with the Gotham City Sirens having to take on Despero at a nightclub that turns into a spaceship, this is the comic for you. Like Despero is such a weird choice for what I would call street level characters in the Batman universe, except for Poison Ivy. I mean, she's sometimes got the power of a god, but sometimes she doesn't. So it's interesting, and I really have been loving these. I think Leah Williams she did the previous series with the Gotham Series Sirens like last year maybe, or the year before that, where they were chasing Punchline. So yeah, it really works. It's just really fun. If this is one of the comics you read after you've read like a really somber Tom King book, because this one's nothing but wackiness.
So much fun.
That's right.
I picked up this Justice League Unlimited number 9. We're still following up on the We Are Yesterday storyline.
This is like the epilogue or something, right?
Yeah.
So
and I like that we get a lot of like,
okay.
I like that we get a lot of cameos from like this issue is like, Dan Mora, who can you draw? Everybody? Okay, draw everybody, please. Because there's you get Batman Beyond in here, like just little cameos. They don't even do anything. They're just standing in the background.
And this leads really nice. A lot of these, some of these characters are gonna lead really nice into the Justice League one-shot thing for this week. That's gonna set up the next thing. I think you're also, if you enjoy this tomorrow's storyline, I think you're really gonna enjoy that one shot because it sets up like this really cool thing. I won't spoil anything because I shouldn't, but it's really fun.
What I like about what's happening in DC right now is that it reminds me of, and I think it's like the 2000s Marvel stuff, where they are like every story kind of builds on the next thing. So they had to get rid of Hulk and Planet Hulk and Thor before they could go to Civil War because those two are too powerful. So you have Civil War, which leads to the secret, or I forget how it all panned out, but each thing made sense that the next event
it keeps building on itself. Yeah.
And so that's what you're seeing here. So the all-in thing, we saw the death of Darkseid, then Darkseid starts his new universe, which is the Absolute Universe, and then you start seeing those things bleed in together in the We Are Yesterday story, and I feel like that's going to lead up to the KO event. And they already said the KO event's going to lead into something bigger than that, which is, you keep seeing the word crisis pop up in Superman titles over and over again, so I'm guessing there's a crisis coming. And it feels like DC was like, hey, we trust Mark Waid, we trust Joshua Williamson, we trust Scott Snyder. You guys give the universe an overarching story of where we're going, and then let everybody kind of play in that sandbox. And it's great.
They're letting Mark Waid rewrite the history of the DC universe and pick and choose what's gonna kind of stay canon through Barry's eyes, right?
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so that was all the stuff I read that I picked up. I read a bunch of other stuff as far as like books, really mainly for videos on the channel.
I've got more comics.
I'll let you. We might have another trailer reaction because they just dropped another trailer for Welcome to Derry, the It show. So maybe we'll close out with that.
Oh, okay.
Since
He-Man.
we're here, that is not He-Man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did read a comic called Tex Arcanum from Dark Horse.
Oh, what is that? I don't know that.
For a review, it's kind of like a supernatural on the road, but the main reason I read it is because it takes place in Texarkana, which is like I don't know, a couple hours from here. I saw the title, like the cover for it is we got the review copy from Dark Horse, which is why I had it. I think it's gonna read really nice as a series, so I recommend you pick that up. But it's pretty much like this one guy goes around dealing with supernatural things in the south in our area, pretty much. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
that's cool. And then
It feels like a little like redneck meets
yeah,
what's
a
that?
little bit,
Is
something like that.
Chris Condon, that
That
Texas
Texas
Blood.
Blood. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
believe it or not, I think I name checked at least one of those books in my review, in the video review. So good job. I like that we're on the same track. And then I'm also reading Vanishing Point from Mad Cave, the Mark Russell book, which is also very good. So all right,
Okay.
but I'll let you finish out the stuff you read, and then we'll talk about things we picked up as well.
Exquisite Corpses, the newest issue of that. Although I will say, because these are, as we discussed, they're written by different writers. Like they're like little pieces that are written by different writers in each issue. And Pornsack Pichot, this is Pornsack Pichot's issue. It was a little boggy for me. It bogged down a little bit for me.
Okay.
So it was a little slow in the middle.
While you brought up Exquisite Corpses, let me switch over here because I can just do it now. Let's open this one.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, you're gonna see the card.
Trading card. I don't know what the trading card is in here, so. And this is cool because I don't have to shoot this video later. I could just cut it out of here. Well done, Jeff. Great programming.
I try to help out the channel as much as possible.
So let's
Exquisite
see. So
Corpses
cover
is a comic by James Tinian and friends. It's about a bunch of killers descending upon a small town, and sometimes you get these polybag issues.
It's a little variant from the one that Jeff had, the normal cover.
Yeah.
Here, bring it back up. So, yep. But like Jeff mentioned, it comes with a trading card for the game that's going to be coming out later. And this one is for the nurse. And these all have like little powers and attacks. It's interesting because I haven't read this one. I don't know how much this character might play into it because the first issue really had a lot to do with the lone gunman, and that was the card that you got there. But the second
definitely
issue,
in this issue.
Okay, great. So I like that they are kind of highlighting those characters. So let me bring us back here. So there you go.
Yeah.
The nurse, Exquisite Corpses. I can't wait to read this. It's on my. Because I read so many other things that were not like collections that I'm trying to catch up on because it was a light comic week. I haven't read this one, but I will get to it. So there you go. That's what was on the bag.
And Tinian said that he's planning this out for the next 3 years at least. So that's good.
Now that Josh explained to me what an exquisite corpse was, this is all so much better. It works.
I do think it will read, because now that I'm thinking about it, now that we've talked about it for so long, this particular issue, I'm like, it is a good issue. It does. The problem I have with it is that there are so many characters because you've got all the killers. And all the killers are proxies for all these rich people.
For all these people,
so you're following like 12 rich people, 12 killers, and then all the towns.
And the people in the town. Yeah.
And so there's like 4 or 5 townspeople stories that are happening at the same time. So I'm kind of like, there's this one part where I'm like, who am I following along now? So like, it does. I think it might be a thing where I buy a couple of issues and then I read them, a few at a time. Kind of thing. It should be but when you're reading 40 other comics every month, it's kind of rough to keep track of that stuff. It's Jeff, the newest. It's Jeff. This is great. It's Jeff, Rocket, and Groot in this issue. Just fun stuff. Runaways. I love Runaways. I love that they're fighting Doombots because
I love the premise for that book, but I know it's disconnected enough that I can just read it. I could just read it all as a collection. Yeah.
The newest Absolute Martian Manhunter. God, this is great, but this is rough reading. Again,
I thought they were going to take a longer break, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank God, I can take a little break from this book because it's very, very it's hard to read, but it is pretty good."
This one starts off with dog being.
I know. Yeah, I think is there a thing? No, there's no. But we do
You
get
know,
the tacos.
yeah, we
The
get
Chacos
chacos, but
reference.
they're filled with poison
They're
because
filled with hate.
the guys going
Oh
through
my
and
god.
needling all the chacos and yeah. The crypto had a warning. This one does not have a warning
Oh,
about
Crypto
the
was the one with the
dog.
warning. Okay.
Yeah, and then finally, the last thing I
Well,
finished finally reading is
it
Seasons.
kind of did have a warning. It has Lex Luthor on this side.
Oh yeah. See there, that's called foreshadowing.
That's your warning.
That's right. If you've read Crypto, you know what's about to happen to this dog.
Yeah.
Seasons is great. I love Seasons. Seasons is
I'm
fantastic.
reading that in trade. I read the first 4, which make up the first volume a few weeks ago.
It would be one
I really
that
enjoy it.
I don't get a lot of like artist editions. I don't get any artist editions, but I know the ones that if I did, I would get. This one would be one of those artist edition ones I would get
Oh yeah.
if they ever did
What is
one.
it? As a Seta, right? That's the
As
artist.
a Seta, yeah.
Oh, can you imagine a Walking Dead artist edition? Oh my god.
Let's see.
Okay, cool. Did you pick up any other books that you haven't read?
I
'Cause
did.
I did.
Here,
Here, let me go through mine, and then while you
go
get
through
yours ready.
yours.
So I'm not reading Spider-Man anymore, unfortunately, the Amazing Spider-Man. But
Oh, that's a cool cover though.
I did pick up this really cool cover by who did this
Who's
cover?
that?
I don't. Oh, there's not Humberto Ramos. Oh, Gabriel. It's Jeff Decal. That's why I picked it up. Yep. I think I saw them post this on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." But yeah, unfortunately, no shade to Jay Romita Jr., who also just got inducted into the Comics Hall of Fame. You know, congratulations, but I just
Depo,
can't.
baby.
I can't go from Pepe Larraz back to John Romita Jr. It's whiplash. My eyes can't take it.
Oh, is John Romita back on Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah. After the first arc, so Pepe Larraz did the first arc,
And then he was
John
out.
Romita's back. I mean, I hope he comes back, but I
You know,
also
now
picked up
that
this.
Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. What is that?
No, go ahead. What
I was
were you saying?
gonna say that now that Dan Mora, I mean, he's going to be moving over to Transformers, but his DC
Mhm.
exclusivity contract is up, and I was wondering if Marvel might back up a truck to have him do something. So my question to you would be like, what would you like to see Dan Mora do for Marvel? But you can ruminate on that while we keep talking other comics.
I mean, my first answer is everything, but yeah, let's think about
X-Men or Avengers would be my first off the top of my head. But then
I was thinking X-Men too, but they have such great artists on X-Men books. Like maybe Spider-Man, so we can give John Romita Jr. another break.
Another break. Yeah.
John Romita Jr. should go work on a creator-owned book. Take a little break from superhero stuff. All right. I also picked up this Look Into My Eyes. I haven't read it, but it's from Matt Cave, and this is the Maria Lovett cover. So I was like, all right, that's two things that I like. Matt Cave Studios doing. So I don't know the creative team, but the art inside looks pretty insane. So I'm looking forward to read this. Maybe I'll have a video for that later. I know we have a preview for it on the channel too. I mean on our files. This I think this is a glow in the dark cover for Green Lantern.
That's fun.
By Steven Subek. Yeah, it is glow in the dark. That's why it was protected by this, but I finally took it off. So now it's worthless. And then,
now you've used all its energy.
Yeah. Emma Frost, the White Queen #2, the Jenny Frison variant. Cool. And then lastly for this week, like I said, light week. Ice Cream Man, the latest issue, which
I love that cover.
It's so funny. It looks like it's already open.
Yeah.
So
I kept seeing that cover on the shelf, and I was like, who ripped the cover off of the? Oh no, there's no way. Performance review.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's what it's called. Yeah.
If anybody who takes the cake over all the other depressing authors that are using comics for therapy, it's W. Maxwell Prince that is the one you need to fear the most. I feel like in my like, if I want to feel just like, if I just want no hope for the world, I'm going to go read W. Maxwell Prince and Denise Camp all day long.
which W. Maxwell Prince is doing a Superman book, so that's going to be a very interesting
That's
juxtaposition.
right.
thing.
I'm very excited for it too.
Me too.
So,
All right, Jeff, what else did you pick up that you didn't have a chance to read?
last night I almost
Yeah.
spilled all my coffee here just a second ago. Hold on. Last night I picked up this, which I've missed.
Oh,
first
yeah.
go around. This ends tonight. I think you went through this last week, maybe.
I did.
But I wanted to see it for the Jay Lee art. I was excited, but I did not have a chance to
Yeah,
read it last
you know,
night.
Jay Lee has so much art at San Diego Comic-Con right now. I was looking, and he keeps sharing stuff that he did, like prints and exclusive stuff for it. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh wow.
I hope he brings some of that stuff back when he comes back to Dallas, because, man, I don't know that I'll ever be able to get those covers or those prints.
Come on,
and
Jay.
stuff. Jay,
Come
come on. I get a
did pick
commission
up
from you almost every time.
the newest issue of the new History of the DC Universe.
Mhm. Great
and then
artist
I-
picks for both in there. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. After Fantastic Four, after I went and saw Fantastic Four, I stopped by Half Price Books, and I did
nice.
find the first issue of this Action Comics from the New 52, which I got for $2.
Who's doing that one?
This is the Grant Morrison Rags Morales with the T-shirt.
Oh,
Superman.
okay.
This
So who was okay? So George Perez did the Superman.
yeah,
book.
George Perez was doing Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I am going to try to pick up all the Mark Waid run on Fantastic Four, so I was able to find this
Let's
one
go.
issue.
Let's go.
Speaking of Fantastic Four, I was able to pick up this Marvel Age with Walt Simonson on the cover. But more importantly, I did not know that Marvel did a Nightmare on Elm Street
What?
book, but written by Steve Gerber, who's like,
What?
you know. So
Speaking
now I
of
kind of want to
Nightmare
hunt
Fuel.
this down. Right?
Oh,
So
dude.
now I need to try to hunt that down.
When is the next event at that the Awesome Comics? Do you know?
I don't know.
I
I
think we
looked at their
missed one.
website the other day. I think we might have missed one, but I looked at their
We
website
missed
the other day
one.
and there was nothing about it. So
Okay.
I
we
I
should
kinda-
we
I
should
kinda
wait till it's
forgot.
cooler outside though to go back, because I can't imagine it's going to be a hot box in that little shop.
Yeah.
That building does not have great heating and air.
No. I found this Spider-Man PSA with this McFarlane cover,
Yo,
skating on thin ice. And
Let's
then,
go.
as I mentioned the other day, I tried to watch that they're not on Max, so I went and picked up the Batman season 1 and 2 on DVD, the old Adam West stuff.
Is it
So I could.
which season has two discs? The second one?
The second one has two. Yeah,
They
two
double down.
parts.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think the first season's shorter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and then there's a third
Yeah.
season that I still need to go get. Also, it helps to
Nice.
get through. I did find that I like midway through reading that issue of Hush, I just started hearing Adam West's voice as Batman, and that also helped get me through Hush. If I just imagine,
Make it
ev-
as silly as possible, huh?
yeah. Then
Fair enough.
everything
Fair
works
enough.
perfect.
Whatever you need to do to deal with and cope with that. So
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Cool. I can start with some of the. Well, do you have any books that you're looking forward to next week? Because I feel like last week I just kind of steamrolled over all the things
I
that
need
you
to-
might have picked. So
I need to look. still.
while you look, I will say, yesterday we did a review for Speed Racer #1. That's coming out next week from Mad Cave Studios, and also we have a group review because a bunch of us talked about it for Out of Alcatraz #1, which the series itself wraps up this week from Oni Press. So make sure to go check those out and make sure to pick up those series. And I'll talk about the one that you probably won't anyways. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, Tides of Terror. These are the little Star Wars, and these are canon books, but they are from Dark Horse. So I've been reading those. I really like them, but they read so well as collections. But I always check out the #1 to see what kind of tone we're gonna get from that. So, all right, Jeff. I think I give you enough time. I think.
Oh, I love. I don't know what this is, but I am all in on DC's California Love #1.
Oh yes. Yes, it's that little anthology book. It's got like 8 different creators, 8 different stories about the super family. But I think
There's a
the
cool
pun
Marika
titles at
Tamaki cover.
DC, yeah, the pun titles for DC over at for their quarterly anthologies are really good. Whoever's coming up with those, kudos, well done.
Oh, Out of Alcatraz #5 comes out. I wonder if that wraps up the story.
I
God,
like that you didn't
Godzilla
listen
versus
to anything I
Boston.
said.
No,
So
I
get
was there
hooked.
with you. I was there with you.
Okay,
I was just moving along.
Okay.
No, what did you say?
No, I'm gonna end this stream, Jeff.
I'm done. I'm done with you. You're done with me.
All right. What else? Anything else?
Yeah, Godzilla versus Boston. I don't.
Okay.
I just imagine a bunch of beer cans being thrown at Godzilla. I don't know what they're gonna do.
How many
I would love it
do you
if
think are gonna get destroyed by Godzilla in this?
Is this where we get Batfleck back?
Oh, that'd be cool. I want. Let me see who. I'm here. Let me see who the artists, who the writers on this. Hayden Sherman is doing a story, writing an artist. Jesse Lonergan is doing a story. Steve Orlando is doing a story, and Hannah
I like
Cha.
Steve Orlando.
So, yeah,
I might need to see
very
Hayden
cool.
Sherman draw Godzilla.
Oh my!
What is this
God,
Boom
it's gonna be-
Studios The War?
So I will say I love IDW, but they've been so busy with Comic-Con stuff that I don't know if that they loaded up their previews on the folder for next week. Because I was really looking forward to checking this one out, and I haven't been able to. So hopefully I'll get to it before the release date so I can make a video. But I just want to read it. So all right, now that Jeff's brought up some things, so that was one of the ones I was looking forward to. That Gods Under One World Under Doom. I think it's a one shot.
That's
If I'm
interesting.
not mistaken.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun. Dennis
by
Camp
Hickman?
has his new Hickman and Valerio Schiti are coming back for that. The last issue of Assorted Crisis Events by Dennis Camp comes out next week.
Ooh.
And a new Savage Wolverine by Tom Parkinson Morgan and Guillermo Sana. I don't know these creators, so I look forward to seeing what they can give us.
It's a very positive
the cover
attitude.
looks really rad. That's how I approach my my comics. You got to go with a positivity.
There's this Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16.
Oh yeah, I think that's the last the Straczynski one shots that they were
That's
doing.
what that is. Oh, there's a cool Phil Noto variant for that.
Okay, we're gonna look at two videos actually, Jeff. Are you a Star Trek person?
Yeah, I'm Star Trek-ish. I did see
cool.
the. Well, I won't say what I saw until you show, in case you're showing.
Was it the con thing?
There were like videos last night that were coming out last night from a specific episode of Strange New Worlds.
Oh, okay. No, this is different. I think this is what I'm about to show you is different. So, I don't know what this is, but it's called the official trailer for Star Trek Khan. Now, I will say, Wrath of Khan is one of the only maybe the only Star Trek film from the before J.J. Abrams did his films that I've actually seen. My buddy Omar, who's a big Star Trek person, he listens to a podcast and they were doing a live thing here in Dallas, and he invited me. They normally did episodes, I guess, for their show, but for their live events, they were doing some of the movies, and they picked Wrath of Khan. And let me tell you, this movie was great. I can see why people were like, well, Into Darkness is not as good, because I loved Into Darkness, but then you go back and watch the original Khan and you're like, oh shit, this is good. So I have a fondness for that.
There's no earworm scene in Into Darkness that I remember. Whereas
Benedict Cumberbatch said, no earworms for me. All right. Let's
I'm surprised your friend hasn't made you watch the whale one, because it's Khan and the whales, and those are top tier Trek.
Okay, I might have to ask him about that one. He does tell me all the time, but let's see. Let's check out what this is. I don't know what this is.
This is StarTrek Khan, the untold story of Star Trek's most legendary villain.
Is it a book?
The new pieces
It looks like it's a
added
book.
to this puzzle by the logs I retrieved on SETI Alpha 5 only confirm my belief that Khan was much more than a mad tyrant.
What is it you hope to achieve here? Khan and his people are dead.
It is my intention to find the truth. Help me find the rest of the story.
Featuring Naveen Andrews as Khan.
Kirk did us a favor. From this quintessence of dust, we will rise.
Weapons ready! Fire!
Ren Schmid as Lieutenant Marla
The
MacGyvers.
simple fact remains that we are both here now and must find a way to share this world and its dwindling resources.
Sonia Cassidy as Dr. Rosalind Lear.
In my experience, monsters are made, not born.
With Tim Ross as Ensign Tuvok.
Vulcans find it incredibly difficult to lie. Why this renders us especially sensitive to the lies of others, I am not aware.
And George Takei as Captain Sulu.
Khan was one of humanity's greatest mistakes, a product of ill-advised genetic manipulation.
If there is any justice in this universe, one day we might avenge ourselves. Starting with Captain James T. Kirk.
Like a radio serial?
Khan, coming soon.
Yeah, it's like a
wherever you
podcast?
get your podcasts.
Oh, podcast. What?
So before the current iteration of podcasts used to be just like radio plays.
Really?
Before they became, yeah. There used to be
Before we ruined it?
Before you guys ruined it. Before you Gen Zers came
I hate
along
to
and
tell
ruined
you,
everything.
You're kind of part of this podcast, Jeff. So
I have to adapt to survive. But yeah, there were more
Dude.
podcasts started off as like more of a narrative kind of basically radio plays.
Oh wow.
You gotta go down and look for the podcast Welcome to Night Vale.
I have heard of that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. I thought it was the other way around, that it evolved into people like, oh, we could just tell stories here. So like a fictional podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around, where people were. I don't know why. I feel like I know. You know how they say Al Gore didn't really invent the internet, but he was a really crucial part of it. I feel like Kevin Smith invented podcasts, and I know he didn't, but it feels like he was just a very crucial part of popularizing the medium to mainstream.
I feel like it was. I feel for me, the earliest podcast. This is a Saturday show conversation, but the earliest podcasts that I remember are like all NPR versions or NPR kind of podcast things. So they're a little bit of a mixture of both. So it was some of it was narrative, some of it was more like, but it was like those Sunday morning 60-minute shows. It was like these little article kind of things, like This American Life and stuff.
Damn,
which is also I love This American Life. Oh my god, that's a
sorry everyone. Sorry everyone for ruining podcast. But this is This sounds cool. Like this con thing.
Yeah.
I'd probably listen to it. You know, if it's especially because it's gonna be a podcast. Like it's probably gonna be out like for the most part free, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I would think. It would be just like a.
If it was an audiobook, I would have probably bought it too. But let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be episodic. Okay, yeah, no, there's no more information here other than the cast. So I thought it was a book at first, like an audiobook that they were.
Yeah,
you know how they
that's
did
what it kind of sounded like.
Like the Sandman that had all those people on it. So okay, well there you go. Star Trek Con. Am I getting into another Star Trek thing? Maybe. Stay tuned. I did read. I am reading that.
Going to show me.
Book.
So I think this is the final season.
Yeah,
of,
what were you?
This is the final season of Strange New Worlds, which I've dabbled in. It's pretty good. But they're having a Muppet episode this season, so they got the Jim Henson Studios to create Muppet versions of all the cast. And anytime you get Strange Trek, again, I'm a big fan of the weirder the better. So
I think Star Trek did have a big presentation at Comic-Con, because I keep seeing like their videos. I'm sure now they're gonna pop up even more now that I've I've nudged the algorithm into like, hey, this guy
It's a little bit.
he clicked on a Star Trek thing. We got him. So all right,
Live long and prosper, buddy.
that's right. One thing that will not allow you to live long and prosper is the clown It from Stephen King's It.
Nope.
So to close out the show, we're gonna.
I just came up with an idea.
Okay.
You know how we love crossover events.
Of course.
Pennywise versus Pennyworth. Alfred versus It.
Oh, get back to the sewer, you scumbag.
With a mop.
Yeah. He throws some hot tea in his face and then gets him with a mop.
There'll be no red balloons in this manner, sir.
That's right. All right, well, that's a good segue into watching the trailer for Derry. Because I'll tell you, between Derry and that, have you seen that Weapons trailer? About the kids that go missing? Julia Gardner.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those trailers keep getting scarier and scarier. I don't think I'm going to go watch that in the theater. I don't think I'm going to be able to, as much as I want to. But this is going to be on HBO, so that should be easier to get through because I'll be at home safe. Where I've removed my closet door, so obviously nothing can hurt me.
Where I blocked off the sewage system.
That's right. Yeah, but that was an accident. That was just that was not a first though. Okay, before we get too gross there, let's watch this trailer for Welcome to Derry, and then we'll close out the show.
Oh, it sounds happy.
My family and I just moved to town, and we're looking for things
That's
to
how it
fill
always
the
starts.
place. So how are you adjusting? Things are certainly different here. Derry is a beautiful place, but things do happen from time to time.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge,
Music Man.
or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster.
Maddie was last seen the night of January 4th at the theater.
He did tell me he'd been seeing weird stuff for a while before he disappeared. What in the hell is it?
The Sonoricha. You know, an evil spirit.
Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house.
Shawshank.
We have to tell someone.
No one's gonna believe us.
Most people, they only believe what they can see with their own eyes.
It's like the 60s. What year did they?
Yeah, I think so.
Kids.
It's definitely way before even the kids were young in the movies.
I don't know what the hell it is.
People in this town, it's like the devil's in them.
Oh no! Oh,
what a weird so the music they were using, that's from the musical The Music Man, and that is such a happy yeah, so it's about it's about
I like
a con
that you
man
just
who
know
comes into
stuff,
town.
Jeff. I like that you just know stuff sometimes that I'm like, what? No. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
It's about a con man who comes to a small town and like, you know, whatever. But that scene is like he's in the middle
like
of
the
town
monorail
square.
in The Simpsons.
Yeah,
I
like
think
the
that was
monorail in
based
The
on
Simpsons.
Music Man. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Talk to me in Simpsons so I can understand you.
I gotta catch the reference points. Yeah, but it's such that scene from the movie is such a poppy song and kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like, I love that song, and so it's so weird to have that juxtaposed with the terror of Derry. So I enjoy that. Right,
I like the Shawshank thing. That was fun. Like,
Yeah,
where's
Shawshank.
our big old Stephen King cinematic universe crossover? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where is it?
How come nobody's done that? Can you? I don't know. Like, maybe it's a bad
Has he
idea, but
written?
like, might as well try it.
I know all his books take place, and I think there's one book that kind of has that Infinity
crossover
War
thing?
Endgame-y kind of crossover thing. I don't know which one it is. So like Kurt Vonnegut's Breakfast of Champions. So Kurt Vonnegut's books all took place kind of in the same universe.
Yeah.
And his book Breakfast of Champions is the one that kind of combines all the characters into one thing. Or at least you see most of the characters in that book. I think there is a Stephen King book that does like that.
All the Stephen King books take place on top of that turtle. Like if you zoom out far enough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go back. And near Boston, which is where Godzilla is going to attack. So maybe it's going to be it versus Godzilla.
It versus Godzilla. Oh, we can't get him in the Zooers, so he's pretty safe there.
Yeah.
I like that. I think Skarsgård's coming back for this, so like that tells you how much they're really putting into this project.
And since it's a period piece, I would like it if his clown were also like older looking, like a weird 1920s clown.
Well, I mean, he already looked like really old in the newer films, I guess, which is like this is all connected to those. He already had that classic clown look, which I remember the first time they showed the picture, we were like, "What the hell?" But it works in the movie, like so. Yeah, I like the whole mythology of like this town just like from the get-go being like kind of cursed with whatever happened with this clown, right? That this presence picked this town.
I need a Property Brothers episode that takes place in Derry.
Flip like that house with the with the leper in it. You know which shot I hated? I'm already not a fan of pickles. There was a a shot in here where like I guess fingers start moving around in the pickles, and I'm like, that's disgusting. I hate it. I'm not a big fan of the finger horror either. Like in Doctor Strange when the little finger hands start coming out of the finger, like infinite fingers upon fingers. Not a big fan of that. And now you throw them in a pickle jar. No, thank you.
Infinite pickle fingers.
Also, can you imagine being just a person of color moving to a town in Maine at that time? Like that's already scary enough.
I know, like a full-on sundown town.
Yeah. So I think Maine wasn't fully that, but it feels like there's a vibe where they're like, yeah, we don't say it out loud, but you know,
this country has a history of racism.
What? Another thing I didn't know about. Jeff, you're just full of facts today.
Tell me about the Music Man and racism.
we really covered everything from Godzilla to Star Trek,
Transformers,
towns, and racism. And the
today I learned about Quintessons and racism.
Good luck to the StreamYard AI trying to figure out what to clip for the show.
That's right.
I can't wait to see what it comes up with. Yeah. So, all right.
We end up in educational somehow.
That's right. Anything else? Anything else you want to touch on, Jeff? I think we really have covered everything.
I think we covered everything. I think I might try to go see Eddington this week.
I want to see that as well. I think also the other Pedro movie, The Materialist, is now out on VOD. So if I can't go to the movies, then maybe I'll just get that. I love Dakota Johnson. So
I love Dakota Johnson. Did you see all the one last Comic-Con thing, I guess? The Acme stuff. They're finally releasing Coyote versus Acme next year. But they were at their tongue. I think that's contractual because the movie's done. But I have a feeling that was part of the deal that they had to wait for.
Okay.
I wonder if Warner Brothers has its own some kind of cartoon that they're like, you have to wait until this date before you can release it.
It also kind of makes sense to like, let's wait and do a full marketing run up to it, right? Announce it at Comic-Con. They had a panel. I think maybe Paul Scheer was in that panel where like Acme came in or something.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It was very tongue in cheek because they had an Acme lawyer come in and talk about how they weren't going to let the movie be released. And it's very like, we're not saying Warner Brothers, but you know, we everybody in the panel knew what was going on, kind of thing. So, what was actually happening. So.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I can't wait to watch that. I still need to watch the other film the
the Earth blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Max now, and
It is on
two
Max.
guys.
What a wild journey.
I saw which I'm like, did they lease it back to Max? How amazing would that have been? Two guys, they had an IGN video for the Acme versus Coyote, and those guys like just gushed over what they saw, the clips that they saw. So they said it was super funny.
Will Forte is really funny, so like I'm on board. Like he's almost a cartoon himself. He's
yeah, he is very much.
I think Will Forte and Will Ferrell are like the closest things we have as to cartoons as humans.
They should make a movie together called Where There's a Will, and that's just it. That's what it's called.
Well, there's a will, there's a will.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a will.
Cool. All right. Well, now we've literally covered everything.
I feel like that's the pitch I could pitch to Netflix, and they'd give me like $10 million just to be like, okay, sure. Like, there's no like that's the elevator pitch. I'm like, we get Will Ferrell, Will Forte, and we call the movie Where There's a Will, and they're like, yeah, here's $10 million. Like, and I don't even have to say anything else.
They greenlit Happy Gilmore too, so I think they'll put out anything. Although Adam Sandler, I feel like kind of owns Netflix. Like, yeah. So, all right. Well, cool, great. Thanks everybody for joining us. Let us know. I don't even know what to ask as a prompt. Like, we talked about so many things, but let us know what the wackiest thing we covered was. How about that?
Yeah.
And then we'll
What's
be
your
back.
favorite random fact?
Yeah, next week. The plan is to cover Fantastic Four on our Saturday Live. The First Steps film. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
The most important thing in life will always be
El Bebo.
Twitter loves you.
Simon Center, get the fuck out.
All right.